Hey guys, it's Tyler with TCG Rewind. Today we're going to be doing another reaction video, History of Jank number 55. Looks like they're playing my Ojama list from the website. So we still got them using my list from the website. Pretty hype about it. So we're gonna be doing reaction to it, while we still got the content before it dies. I checked out some of the ideas you guys put in, and I'll be thinking about what I want to do for more reaction content in the future. But that being said, as a reminder, these videos are not to flame or be mean to Cimo and MBT. It is strictly to just kind of talk about their gameplay, help you guys understand the decks that they are playing, how to play them better, and also understand the September 2011 format better, because it's the greatest format of all time. So if you haven't tried it, you should try it. There'll be a link to the Discord to play 2011 in the description below. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just hop right into this video.
History of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMO5. And clicking the TCG
2011. This is the final straw. The nail in the coffin of 2011-2012.
No.
We have scoured the vast reaches of the internet to find the least playable jank that people were jamming during this format. We played Ice Barriers. We played Gusto. But nothing could prepare us when we saw this. This is Ojama. Historically, I have not had the best record with Ojama on the series, but it's just about time to get me back in the jank tank anyway. This is a list that defies explanation, but let me do my best to do so regardless. Ojamas are all beast monsters. Green, yellow, black, and even blue all have that extremely advantageous typing. That allows you to do something like Super Nimble Mega Hamster into an Ojama Blue. Why you would do this, I don't know, but it's a small synergy we can potentially build around. They're level 2 monsters, which means we can reborn them with Junk Synchron, and that means we can synchro summon Frozen Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest synchros I've ever read in my life, an endlessly recurring 2500 attack point monster that can only be made with a dark tuner and a non-tuner beast. We're on Oja Magic, a card we can pitch to not only something like a Bryanak if we get a synchro play going, but also Ojama Country in order to summon Ojamas back.
I actually like this description of this deck this time.
Ojama Country flips the attack and defense of monsters we control if we have an Ojama, and to enable that, we're playing Instant Fusion to summon Ojama Knight, going for huge attack pushes before synchroing off with the 5-star monster and something like a Plague Spreader Zombie.
So one nice thing about Instant Fusion for Ojama Knight is you can use it to make level 8 synchros. So you can like summon Junk Synchron, bring back like a blue or something, and then synchro, like Instant Fusion, make a level 8, like a Stardust to protect your field spell. And then you can use your field spell like to pitch an Ojama card to bring back the Ojama Knight. And then it's like a recurring 2500 beater once you get it in the grave, which makes it kind of good.
We have access to Ojama King by virtue of Future Fusion.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Ojamas into the graveyard pre-errata, which we can then reborn with cards like this. And finally, because we're on Lights and Darks, we're playing Blackluster Soldier. The icing around the rim of the garbage can that is this deck is Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest. This card, if a beast monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, can be special summoned. That's the whole synergy. This is going to be a rough one.
Hey, I mean, the basic idea is each turn, you can like normal summon a monster, which is usually like an Ojama or like a Junk Synchron, and then you can special summon an Ojama, right? So let's say hypothetically you summon Junk Synchron, make a synchro, or attempt to make a synchro, and they torrential you. Well, then since you're always going to be bringing back a beast with the Junk Synchron, then you can just summon this guy back. And like also same thing applies for getting Dark Hold and stuff. It's just kind of like a little spicy card that can come up in certain situations. In reality, how this deck functions is you want to crash blue into what they have, assuming they don't just like freely attack into blue. As soon as blue dies, you search the field spell and then Oja Magic. You only run 2 Oja Magic because of the fact that it can only resolve by searching 1 of each, which is why we're running 2 of each of the 3 like black, green, and yellow. And that's like basically it's just like you pitch the Oja Magic, special summon back blue, and then search 3 cards. So it just fills your hand with a bunch of useless idiots, but these useless idiots can be used to Monster Reborn something from your grave every turn, which lets you level modulate, lets you do a bunch of different stuff. Also, switching the attack and defense of monsters on the field is also really, really strong. It means you can do like attack position gotchis. Frozen Fitzgerald is like the best one because of the fact that it's 25-25. Catastor, since because of its effect, like the attack isn't super relevant unless you're going against a dark deck. But yeah, it's honestly it's functional. It's pretty jank. It is pretty jank. It's like not easy to win with, but it is functional. All right, so
if you thought the Magical Hats Ojama deck was miserable, this is probably worse.
No shot. This deck is not that bad. Come on, bro. Anyway, let's go to Cimo. Let's see what he's playing.
Than this one. Let's jump into the games.
Welcome back, Jank enthusiasts. Just when you thought you've seen everything, boy, do we have a deck.
What the hell is this? They're playing a September 2011 Ojama deck against... I've literally never seen this deck before. It's definitely not 2011 because we got Zen Mains and then number 33 Chronomly Maku Mech. I don't know what this guy... I guess I have to listen to his description because I don't know what this deck does. It's definitely not a 2011 deck though, which is interesting. They doing the whole mixed format strategy again.
For you today, introducing Chronomaly Machu Mech OTK, not FTK, OTK. Now, this may sound familiar. Machu Mech has been the center focal point of many different degenerate types of strategies, but you may have never seen Machu Mech in its origins as to how it became that sort of card. So,
detach on target 1, face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its original attack and current attack. If you do this card, gains attack equals to the damage inflicted. Oh, it's like a weird, like, Exceed version of, like, Ancient Sacred Wyvern to a degree. It's kind of interesting. I've literally never seen that card.
Machu Mech is a card that requires 2 level 5 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach an Exceed material from this card.
Oh, damn it, I read it and he's reading it.
Controls. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its original attack and current attack, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to the damage inflicted. This card, paired with a card in this deck called Mini Guts, says, tribute 1 monster, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0 until the end phase. This turn, when it is destroyed by battle and sent to their graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack in the graveyard. So these 2 cards in tandem, as long as your opponent has a monster with 1900 attack points on the field, will result in you OTKing them with the Chronomaly Machu Mech. That seems pretty easy, but you have to think about how much setup it actually requires for you to get to that point. Machu Mech requires 2 level 5s, and level 5s are somewhat difficult to get to the field at times, and Mini Guts also requires you to tribute a monster. So not only do you need 2 level 5s, you need to have another monster on the field, you need to have Mini Guts, and you also need your opponent to have a monster with 1900 attack and attack position that can also be sent to the graveyard in order for you able to get the full 8,000 damage.
Okay.
Got that? Great. Well, let's do the card by card, and there's no fucking way we're resolving this. So we have 3 copies of Sidjar, probably the best 5 in the game. We have, for some reason, we're playing a bunch of Fabled monsters in this deck. So I think the theory here is that Mini Guts requires you to tribute a monster, and so in tandem with cards like Dark World Dealings and Card Destruction, you can get the Fabled monsters to get special summoned out to the field, which then allows you to possibly get into the 5s. I guess by extension, like Cerburial is a 2 and Ganeshia is a 3, and so you could sync these to go for like a Ragin, and that's a 5, so that's like another way to go into the Machu
next?
I don't know. Like, this just seems like one big pipe dream of a deck to me, but
I don't know what the card next to Ragin is.
Of a Kashano, 3 Cerburial, and 3 Ganeshia, and hopefully that's going to be enough to get us there. We have an Honest, because I guess the whole deck is light, apart from like a few other bad cards. Morphing Jar's in here because we need to actually get to our combo, otherwise this deck does literally nothing.
Hey, Morphing Jar seems pretty good in this deck now. You're on a Fabled. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep it going. Wait, he was on the side deck. I want to know what the card is. There it is.
Chevalier de Fleur.
Chevalier de Feu. Why is he running this? Oh, I guess because he runs quick draw.
Is also
I
in
guess that
here
makes
again
sense.
for reasons I don't understand. We also have 2 copies of Fabled Raging, again for 5s, makes sense. Junk Destroyer's in here, I guess. Stardust Dragon
All right,
building
whatever.
there. This is Reborn. I guess this with Macho be one of the most cockamamie, roundabout, convoluted OTK strategies I've ever seen in my life. So it's perfect for History of Jank, and that's why we are giving it a shot today. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, I'm sure all of the Rada fans are going to appreciate your sleeves for this one, and probably the deck that you're playing as well, because as dumb as my deck is, I think your deck is even dumber.
We don't get to say that often, but yeah,
No.
it is true. It is absolutely true.
As long as I get to chant Machu Machu Mech, I will be very happy. But it just, who comes up with these? I'm just baffled that week after week, it just seems to get worse, and it's just there's no end in sight. Like,
Yo, I come up with them. They're me. You know that. You're on my website downloading them. Just say. I mean, I didn't do the whatever the fuck Cimo's playing, but MET, that was me. You're welcome.
so many possible bad archetypes are printed in this game that we're gonna have to claw our way through eventually, but it's never gonna end. Let's just get over
defense
with,
of
buddy.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami was trying to make a bad archetype in Ojama, and they succeeded.
I suppose. This went well for you last time with the magical hats, didn't it? Shout out to patron Nicholas Rotunda. Thank you for the support. Got the hand up, buddy?
Yeah, sure.
It is odd.
Oh, it's odd. It's odd, all right.
Woo! Easy as that. Wait, any reason why it's odd, buddy?
Maybe you'll see when we watch back this episode.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
That's
All right,
funny.
let's see what we get in the first hand
Oh,
here.
damn, that
And
hand's
this-
nuts.
Well, there's
Whoops.
Ojamas. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, my hand looks like 2 separate.
Actually, this is kind of scary. Dark World Dealings when your opponent's playing Oja Magic. Bro, or even card destruction. It could be a big neg.
decks that someone just threw together. I don't know what to do. All right, let's just duality. Let's see what we get off of this.
what the
Oh,
heck?
great. Okay. Well, there's half of our combo. There's also a card that's just supposed to completely annihilate.
Salvage Warrior
And
do?
then there's a card.
This card is truly summon a special summon 1 tuner monster from your hand or graveyard. Oh, wait. Oh, it's tribute summoned. Interesting.
I've never seen in my life in Salvage Warrior that I actually had to ask you what this was because I couldn't read it on the screenshot that someone sent to us. Okay, for the sake of the viewers, we're gonna try to pull off the OTK. So I will take the mini guts.
Oh, good.
That's probably the incorrect thing to do, and listening to the viewers is something I should never attempt. Let's go ahead and fire Dark World Dealings.
Okay. Oh, I gotta tell you, buddy, that was really good for me. I'm gonna pitch Ojama Green.
Excellent. You're welcome. I am going to pitch... Oh, that's actually really bad for me because I did duality. Uh-oh. Well, whatever. This handle sucks anyway. I will get rid of Fabled Ganeshia, which otherwise would special summon itself, but I use Potted Duality like a dingus. I am just going to set 2 cards, and that's it. Go ahead, buddy.
What the hell? How is he... Oh, man. That's why you can't fire duality there. I think it's just better to fire card destruction. Like, look at your hand. Like, you have Avarice, which you don't want to see till later in the game. Like, all the cards in his hand were, like, really, really dead early outside of either duality or card destruction. And I think maybe it was just better to fire card destruction just to try to, like, get the combo set up. Yeah, because, like, I mean, you guys know that play was fucking terrible.
Oh, you are fucking with me. Okay, we're gonna junk Synchron targeting the Ojama Green.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
that's a real play. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the first half is a very real play. We are going to make... Wow, I can't believe
Frozen
I get
Fitzgerald, here it
We're
comes.
gonna make Frozen Fitzgerald.
Nah,
Yeah!
that card's a beast.
This card's so bad.
He's frozen, baby.
Yo, okay, this card is not bad. Look at this. Card attacks you can't activate spell or trap cards and damage. You can't deprison, can't mirror force, and was destroyed by battle sent to the graveyard. While you control no monsters, discard a card to special summon this card from your graveyard and face up defense. That's nuts because its defense is 25. So if your opponent is able to swing over it, you can pitch like an Oja Magic and search 3 cards. Like this card has hella synergy with this deck. That and when you're switching attack and defense points, always has 25. I actually think this card is pretty good. I've even seen some like Junk Doppel lists play this deck.
All right, let's get in there.
25 on a level 5 synchro, to be fair, is not bad.
That's the entire turn. That's the whole.
Yep. All right. Royal Decree and end phase.
No!
Main 1. Honestly, buddy, I don't even know how good it is. I think my hand is so bad that this doesn't even matter. I'm going to card destruction.
See, and he did it this turn. Like, what the heck is that?
You are going to shit your pants. Okay, ready?
Is it like triple Oja Magic?
It's Trag.
Okay.
It's Reborn. I mean, I'm
those
not
are
happy
good.
to see those go. Plagues. And you got it right, baby.
No.
Oh, Jaw Magic.
No, but now you have to not draw them first is the problem.
I am playing enough that I did not draw them.
Did you draw 4 cards, sir?
Did I? I don't think I discarded.
No, you didn't. You only drew 3.
Okay, there is actually a draw that blanks that Oja Magic then. And that's it.
Oh. No, there's a good chance that wasn't it. That's so tragic. It could have been so big. It was fucking Cimo making his dolphin noise over there.
I can't believe it. Let me make sure that that's true. Son of a bitch! It's the only card in the deck that blanks Oja Magic. Oh my god, I'm going.
One nice thing is this is why Plague Spreader's in there, is if you get another Oja Magic to your hand with the field spell, you can Plague to put the extra Ojama on there and then be able to pitch to resolve Oja Magic. And then it'll make you a Gotchi as well and keep Plague alive, which is pretty cool.
Going to shit myself!
You know what, buddy? Let me help you out. I'll really make you shit yourself. Special Cyber Dragon.
I don't care. Do whatever you gotta do.
Special summon the Tricky.
I do not care.
I will make Machu Mech.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, whoa! Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait.
I'm fucking...
He has to tribute to face a monster, though. Yeah, so this doesn't work. He needs one more monster, no?
dead! What? All right, okay. Machu Mech's fine.
Okay. All good. I don't know why I moved it here. Wait, this is the worst card ever. You have to tribute a monster? Fuck this card. Oh my god. Mini Guts sucks. All right, so I don't think you're dead, actually, but I get to do this, which is fun. So I will use Machu Mech. I don't think it matters what I detach. I'll get rid of Sidra. I will target your Frozen Fitzgerald.
Doesn't have a difference between its original and current attack.
Oh,
right?
I just completely buffed.
Bro, you just gotta make like Adrius or Tyrus here. My god. Reading cards, guys. Reading cards is kind of important sometimes. Like, it's the whole point of your deck. You gotta know you gotta put 3 monsters on the field. But then again, he kind of just like... If he hadn't just -1 to his Ganashia earlier, he had the combo.
Fuck this combo up. Oh my god. I can't believe you actually need another monster in addition to this. This is so bad.
3 guys.
All right.
Do you wanna go
we're
back
gonna
to the
pretend
2
that
in
we didn't
hand?
do that. Yeah, we're gonna pretend we didn't do that. I'll go here. I'll go here at the very least. I'm just gonna make a better rank 5. I thought we actually just had the game immediately won, but no. Mini Guts is so bad. You need to tribute a monster in order to do it. Unbelievable.
Sure.
All right. I will just make Frozen Fitzgerald triggers when it's destroyed by battle, correct?
Correct.
So Adrius.
Great. Adrius.
Sure.
Pop.
I have an Effect Veiler.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's annoying. Well, if you want to discard a card to resurrect it, I guess. Whatever.
You're saying that like the cards in my hand are any good. I would discard my hand to resurrect this card.
Pitch that Ojama Green.
Yeah, he's
buddy.
going straight to hell where he belongs.
Ooh, I don't agree with pitching the Ojama Green for the exact reason I mentioned with Plague Spreader. You want to put this back on top of your deck at some point.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Stand by me.
It's okay. I'm probably dead because I just went all in on this and lost to Effect Veiler, but it's okay.
I'm gonna... Would you believe me if I told you I don't really have a way to clear Ardreas? I can make a
This
7.
is how I felt in like the episode 2 episodes ago.
Okay, I'm gonna MST the Decree.
Okay, that's a start.
I'll set one, pass turn. Then in draw, I will Wind Blast your Ardreas.
He's going back. All right. That's
Not
annoying.
bad.
go.
Yeah, sure. Super nimble mega hamster?
Are there any
Ooh.
beast tuners in your deck?
There aren't. But there is Ojama Blue, who's
Tuner doesn't matter here. It has to go set. So yeah, you'd probably just get blue because blue is gonna set you up. Like having blue on board here outside of Cimo, like ripping Dark Hole, is just like so much pressure. Actually, it gives him so much time. Although he pitched the green earlier, so it's kind of sus. But it is what it is. I guess like he kind of
you
had
just have
to at some
you
point.
know, forget that I have it. I am going to shit. I guess I'll normal another Junk Synchron.
That's pretty fucking good.
We'll bring back
Oh, he can just Trish here. That's nuts.
green.
I think I'm dead.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can make Mistworm. Mistworm does not exist. Oh my god. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll make Trish.
That's, yeah.
The Trish
Okay.
effect. Bop bop.
It is.
Yeah,
That,
that's pretty good.
What do you want to get out of the grave?
That
Let's
is
look at
very good.
Ganesha. I'll go to combat. So this isn't lethal. I had a line for lethal, but this is funnier than that. So I did that instead.
This is also funnier than that.
Ah!
What does he get?
I don't know if I have anything
there's a
that wins
target.
me the game, though, is the problem.
No.
I don't think so. Trag doesn't do anything because I don't have a hand. Yeah, no, you got it.
Yeah, sure.
Don't you guys just love watching them like complain about the decks I make and then just see the beautiful synergies of it all and they're like, oh my god. Ojamas are actually sick. Although I will say they are very jank. But, you know, still looked functionally okay. Minus the Unlucker boy. But yeah, that game one was a little sus. Cimo's turn one
So I
play
think I
just
put it all
was
together.
awful.
The reason this deck is playing the Fableds is so that you can get a monster on the field to tribute for mini guts. I am like 99% sure that's the reason, because there's no other logical reason to me the Fabled shit is in.
How did he just like figure that out like now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like anytime I look at a deck I'm gonna play, I read through the cards and I'm like, okay, what's the combo here? Like, what's the game plan? How are you just like this? And this is like the main game plan and like the main gimmick of this weird ass deck.
In this deck whatsoever. And I think that's it.
This deck is so good.
It's so bad. It's awful. All
This
right.
is the best possible hand I could have drawn.
I am going to set.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you want to play this hand out a bit. Like this morphing jar is really weird because like you're playing a bunch of cards you want to actually hold in your hand and use later. And he actually has combo here. Oh no, he doesn't have combo. He needs one more monster, but technically he has combo if he pitches the morphing jar for tricky and tributes the honest with mini guts. Then he has the combo. Assuming MBT puts a big boy on the field. But yeah, I feel like setting this is kind of a liability while you have such like good cards in your hand. Like this is like a pretty good hand. So I don't like that.
1, 2, 3, and pass.
Oh.
Also, he's not respecting Heavy Storm at all.
Wow, this deck is not playing this card. Okay, dog, you ready?
No, I'm not.
Future Fusion.
Shut up! You're playing
nice.
fucking Ojama King in this deck?
Feel Ojama King.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you
Be
sure?
my guest.
Yeah, I mean the cool thing about the Future Fusion Ojama King thing, like honestly, in all forms, this has like some counter synergy to it. But if you can get it to resolve, not only I guess does it thin your deck 3 cards that are like you don't want to draw, but if you can get the Future Fusion to resolve, you can get that Ojama King, and then you can just keep bringing back a 3k beater with every Ojama card you pitch for the field spell, and that in itself is kind of nuts.
It wouldn't be jank if you didn't summon Ojama
Oh
King.
my god, I don't think we're ever getting to that position. Okay, all right. I'm gonna normal summon Ojama Yellow.
Why?
You're about to find out.
I am. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Ojama Country.
Oh, I see.
I will Ojama Country, pitching Wing Blast to reborn
Whoa,
Ojama Green.
no.
Sure.
Send one Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard. So yeah, you can't. That's a no-no. That's a bugaboo, you know.
I will. They're both 1,000 attack.
The one good thing going for him is he's pitched a lot of cards, making this Morphing Jar better for him.
I will go to combat. Attack.
Okay. I should have just stopped this immediately. It's Morphing Jar.
Ah! Okay.
I'm like, what's it? I was thinking there might be like a tuner or something, but nope. You just fucking went the distance.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll get in for 1,000.
I will take the 1,000. That's fine.
And now, buddy, you are fucked. I'm gonna overlay for Gachi Gantetsu.
Well, there's the counter to my deck. Something that can't be killed.
True,
that's all I
actually.
got. Back to you.
I'll draw. Okay.
He does. Wait, he has combo right here, but yeah, obviously there's no monster. That is combo, no?
All right. I'm going to start with a Dark World Dealings.
Yeah.
I will pitch Fabled Ganashia. Show me the Oja magic.
You fucking idiot. It's so much worse. I'll discard Green Baboon.
Oh my god, that's a real card. Oh shit, that's bad.
Real card jump scare.
I'll trigger
Yeah, fuck it,
Ganashia.
I don't care.
I mean, do I even want to get this thing? I don't even think I do. I can do Mini Guts. Gives me a monster.
It does.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't even want it. I have
What?
Sidra, that's why. I'm gonna pitch another Dark World Dealings for the Tricky.
The fuck was that? What do you trivia? This is hard. What the hell was that? Hold on, let's go back. We gotta go back on this turn.
Fucking idiot. It's so much worse.
Oh,
I'll
God.
discard.
This thing, I don't even think
Fucking
Okay,
idiot.
okay, wait.
that's fine.
go
Immediately. It's
I'm gonna overlay.
Okay, nice. Yeah, look. This is what his hand is. In what way, if you want to summon these two monsters, do you think the solution is to tribute summon for Cyber Dragon? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that, like, he literally just did the most, like, brain dead play by Dark World Dealings to send the Ganashia, tribute the Ganashia for Cyber Dragon, and then pitch another card for the Tricky when he literally could have just specialed Cyber Dragon, pitch Ganashia for the Tricky.
For
And this is where we
gives me a monster.
it does.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't even want it. I have Sidra, that's why.
Oh, it hurts to
I'm gonna
watch.
Pitch
Like,
another
I know it's
Dark World
jank.
Dealings.
They're
for
not
the
taking it very
Tricky.
seriously, but
So,
my
like,
God.
we would have
that
had
play
the
was
combo
bad.
here if I was playing a real deck, but sadly we're not. I will go for Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis.
Oh shit! Whoa! Hey! Okay.
We're gonna go for Gachi.
We'll detach an Ojama here.
Does he have Valor? I feel like there's a good shot he has Valor, and Valor actually would be really good here because you want to protect your future fusion.
Okay, then I'll trigger Tyrus. Sadly, buddy, I think we're gonna have to pop the Future Fusion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Actually, I mean, I don't even know if that's correct. I think Oja Country might be like more of a problem for me, but I'll just pass.
Okay, and then you detach at Xyz here at your end phase, and I draw. Okay, stand by main. Well, shit, you've got like back row. No. Oh no. I have learned why we're playing this card. Normal summon Jank Synchron.
Would you like to activate the effect?
Yes.
I will warning.
Okay. Country.
Sure.
I'm gonna pitch country. We'll bring back green.
That is fine.
Switch my Gachi Gentetsu to attack. Combat. My 2000 Gachi attacks your 1700 Tiras.
I see. Because of Ojama Country, this effect
It's
is
not bad.
actually relevant. So I take 300 here. I believe Tyrus still
At least this time he pitched an Ojama card.
triggers.
Tiras will trigger at the end of the battle phase, so it will not be on
Yeah,
the
it
field.
doesn't.
Oh, it
trigger.
will not because it's on the field. Okay.
Thank goodness for that. I mean, that is my extremely cool turn. That's all I got for you.
I mean, it was cool enough, and
Oh God, is he gonna get
probably
2-0
good enough to
by
beat
Ojamas?
me, honestly. Because go ahead.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get the beats in. Stand by main. This duel is finished.
Should have popped Ojama Country. Just saying.
I had the second in hand.
Oh.
I'll go for Ojama Country here. Pitching Oja Magic.
Woo! Woo! Yep.
We're going to summon black, and then we're going to trigger Oja Magic. I believe we have one apiece. Thank God. Black,
my God.
green, and yellow.
He actually
You're
had it.
shitting me. Yellow is under Gantetsu. Ah!
Yeah, he doesn't have Avarice
No
either.
problem.
Unlucky.
No issue whatsoever. I'm going to normal a blue. Okay. 1.
This is
This game.
Shockingly,
12,
it's lethal.
24.
Woo!
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I should have just warning the.
What a weird, shitty matchup they chose to, where you have something that has like a field spell that switches attack and defense, and you're trying to like play some deck, like weird gimmicky single combo deck where you like try to swing over for game with a single play. I feel like you might have goofed up when you were thinking about it. I don't know how they think about these matchups, but I definitely feel like they could have picked something better, from my website, slamming against these Ojamas.
Gotchi. In my head, I was like, I don't need a warning Gotchi. Like, who cares about Gotchi? And that was actually like the reason I just got fucking railed.
Oh my God. I can't believe
You want to do the game 3?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just do like actual Fabled. Like, I mean, like Fabled was like, I'd say it was relatively jank. Like, I mean, it's good. It has its power plays, but it only topped like once in like March of 2011 and not even September of 2011. So that could have been a bit more interesting than whatever the fuck they threw together here.
Play this dog shit again. You got it.
I can't believe I lost to Ojamas. I can't believe I fucking lost to Ojamas.
This is a first. We've tried this a couple of times.
I'm kicking myself because there's things I could have done differently that would have
True.
affected the outcome. Clearly, I just had no respect for this deck that I'm just like, yeah, I can just fuck around and mess up. Like, it's Ojamas,
That's
who
a
cares?
quality you share with every single member of the Yugi playing population.
Yeah, evidently. I think your deck actually might be better than mine. This deck is such
Look at
fucking
this hand.
garbage.
That can't be possible.
All right.
Oh my God, the big plus card destruction.
We'll try it. I will set 2 and pass.
No,
Yeah.
just use it. You got double ganache. What are you waiting on?
I mean, you could wait even longer, honestly. I ain't doing shit. 1, 2, back to you.
Draw. All right. Special side draw.
Yes.
Normal star drawing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, this card's kind of cool. We're going to overlay. It counts as a 5.
I
now,
love that
obviously,
card.
I want to go for Machu Mech, but the problem is it sucks, so I'm not going to. Adrius is also good, but the problem is you don't have any face-up cards. You probably just set Ojama Blue, which I can literally do nothing about.
Or it's a Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and all of this is bad, but
I think I just have to go for Tyrus, honestly.
All right, you can resolve your star drawing as well.
All right, get to draw a card. Thank you very much. And we'll get swinging.
I'll try to Wind Blast here.
Pitching.
Oja Magic, baby!
Big
Sure.
value, big value.
Woo!
This was
Alright,
never
let's
happening.
grab
This is
our-
never happening.
Finally, we'll
Now the
resolve
card
this
destruction is
fucking
actually
card.
worse.
Oh lord. Okay.
Because you want to
Second
just pitch all
main,
those
I'll
and
set
draw
one.
3
Go ahead.
cards? Are you kidding
Stand by
me?
me. Well, now what the fuck do I do? I'll flip summon Raiko, target the new one.
It was Starlight Road.
Sure,
Oh,
whatever.
that's actually good.
I don't even think there's a
That'd be
card in
so-
your deck that destroys 2
Oh
or
wait,
more.
just kidding. I forgot.
Oja Magic.
You did.
Has to be sent from hand or field. I thought it for a brief second too, but no. I forgot. It's hand or field. It's hand or field. Otherwise, that would be insane.
Did not.
It doesn't work
Oh,
like
it's
that. I-
it's not
I
from
wish it
deck.
did.
Oh my god.
Well, shit. This is awful. I'll normal green.
Can I just say I love that there's actually a restriction on this card that it doesn't work from deck, but that's fine.
Gachi Gantetsu.
Okay, I learned my lesson the first time.
No! Fuck! All right, well, that's all I got going for me. Back to you.
I'll draw.
Yeah.
Card destruction.
Holy shit.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. If you would have fired the card destruction earlier, like yes, MBT is going to resolve Oja Magic potentially, right? Which I mean, he did have it, so he will resolve it. But he has to resolve the card destruction drawing first. So he's going to draw 5 new cards, and there's a really good chance you can turn off the Oja Magic through doing that. But now that card destruction says that MBT gets a draw 3, which is really, really broken.
Shit. Okay, this was a great hand. It had all this garbage and Junk Synchron and BLS.
The problem is you have. Okay, I got rid of BLS. That's
Double
fine. The problem is you're
Ganesha!
drawing 7 cards. I don't know how good Double Ganesha is. Like, let's be real.
Depends on if you're.
You have to what? Draw
Well, wait, he can normal Kushano and make Trishula. He has double Ganesh. Which, like, yeah, I don't even know if that's worth it, but it might be. I mean, there's nothing on field, which means he's just sniping a card from hand. But we saw like 2 Valors go, so good shot that Trish resolves.
7 cards.
This is not good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Yeah.
It's 6 cards. Okay. So double Ganesha trigger.
Yup.
So they gain 200 attack, so they're 1800. Can I just like try to kill you like this? That would be fun. Probably playing good cards in your deck, so maybe not. There's actually a chance here. I think you're just dead.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a chance to kill me, you gotta take it. You're not gonna get another one.
I'm gonna Dark World Dealings.
Okay.
I'm gonna pitch Fabled Kushano.
I don't think I need creature swap.
Activate Kushano, pitching Ganesha.
What the fuck? You're just playing Fabled. Dog.
Basically, I will normal Kushano.
This is not lethal.
I will special the tricky
this
pitching
is!
Royal Decree.
Shit, wait,
This
hold
gotta
on.
be a
11?
trag.
There's no shot this kills you.
18. 18.
No trag?
18.
You're dead if all this
2000.
connects.
There's 2 trags in the deck. He has 22 cards. Like, 15 have been seen. He doesn't have a single trag.
Yup, you got it. The hand is nice.
Fucking shot that just happened.
That's
Hand is
crazy.
Nice, but it's not nice enough.
Oh
Dark
my
Hole,
god.
unbelievable.
Well, we found the way to win with this deck. You just pretend you're playing Fable.
You just don't actually care about Machumek whatsoever. Holy
What the
shit.
heck?
I mean, that was cool, being able to, like, kill you like this, I would say. But this would have been better suited for the Fabled episode from, like, 20 weeks ago. You know, I guess you just play a bunch of fucking dudes that special summon themselves. That's all that matters. But, yeah, I would say we could
Fable's
just try
such
a
a cool
game
archetype.
4, because this wasn't really, like, representative of the deck.
did they do a
but-
game 4?
I think it was. I'm going to be honest with you. This was an interesting
don't do a
one for
game
sure.
for it.
And I
Oh, I bet it was.
I
bet
think
it
we are
was.
ready to move beyond like late 2011, early 2012.
I agree.
I think we have exhausted what we are able to do in this format where we're playing decks like this. I gotta tell you,
Oh, let me tell you, buddy, you haven't exhausted shit. There's still hours and hours of more content, more decks to play. This format is an infinite pool of decks to play. It is the best format Yu-Gi-Oh! I've ever seen. Just remember that. Just know that yeah, they haven't they haven't even scratched the surface, okay? There's so much you can play in this format.
I am
That's
happy
why
we got
it's
to show off a
amazing.
couple of things about Ojama specifically, not to jerk off this deck, despite the fact that I do love the Ojamas. The Junk Warrior into Frozen Fitzgerald line is really cool. Frozen Fitzgerald is a super sick card, one of the highest attack 5-star monsters in the game. He's
Nice.
like Armades, plus he reborns himself if he's destroyed by
Yeah.
battle. Like, that's kind of sick. Ojama Blue, I do like, because they were like, we could just give Ojama anything and it would not matter. This card is literally
true.
just a +1 that gets you into a +2. And, you know, I do like that we get to try that out. Country was really popular in Duel Links, obviously because, you know, in Duel Links you can play the cheese deck that locks your opponent turn 1. But it's also not bad just for reborning stuff. And if you play enough cards that like being in the graveyard, it's not the worst to be able to fire. And this is coinciding with the time in which, like, you can discard a green baboon for Ojama Country, or you can mill it incidentally off of a Raikou and get advantage that way
Yeah.
as well. There's a lot of neat synergies in this deck. It's clearly, like, gotten a lot of love. There's, like, all this stuff I would never think of, like using instant fusion to go into Ojama Knight to flip the attack and defense of monsters to make a big push. At the end of the day, it's just way far under the necessary power level during this format. I mean, imagine showing up against Wind Up and being like, I'll summon Frozen Fitzgerald and pass, and they'll be like,
Again, this wouldn't be against Windup. Although technically, if they sent Oja Magic from hand to grave for Windup loop, the punish is real.
and you go, well, that's the best play my deck is capable of.
Yeah, they would just laugh in your face. But it's weird how many incidental synergies this deck has, right? Because you mentioned Green Baboon. Actually, all the Ojamas are beasts. So you just have this weird, like, beast synergy. So you can play Raikou and Super Nimble Mega Hamster. The Ojamas are lights as well, which means you can play Chaos monsters like BLS in the deck as well. And the fact that they're 2s means you can access, like, Gentetsu, which, like, Gentetsu is, like, probably one of the best ranked 2s ever printed, in all honesty. It's just, yeah, you also can take advantage of stuff like Creature Swap, right? Where it's like, yeah, okay, my cards suck, but yours are better, so here's the worst card in my deck that I'm going to see every game, let's be honest, for the best card that you have. And so it's neat seeing, like, Ojama Country function as this, like, way to take the bad of your deck and make it good, you know, because you can flip the attack stats of all the different monsters, like how you cleared my tiers in the second game. I'm surprised how competent this is, but like in the context of like Jank, if that makes sense.
No, for sure. And
Competent Jank. It's a beautiful thing. In reality, I do agree with what they're saying. Like the deck is in no means like nuts, but like I said, every what deck I put together on the website, either I pulled from like YCS's or something that topped, or I just created my own build and then tested them against the meta and tried to see, like, you know, I'd play against like Tengu Plants, Agents, stuff like that, and I just tried to see if the deck could win at least a decent amount, you know. It didn't have to, it obviously, like, this would be a deck that won probably sub 50% of the time, but it still was able to win, which is where it was like, okay, it's playable. It's bricky and awful, but it is playable, right? And I do think it's really cool. It is a fun deck to play. It is a fun deck to pull off the gimmick stuff.
it is, there's almost an argument that there's a very specific period in which you could competitively play Ojamas as an engine in an ABC deck that takes use of like Ojama simulation. Outside of that, this is as close as the deck ever gets to playable, and as you can see, it is not enough.
No, not even close. It's definitely, all of the other ancillary support cards are doing much of the heavy lifting here. Like, if there was no Green Baboon, if there was no BLS, if there weren't the haymakers that this deck could access.
Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's honestly just the best card in this deck. It's like the one thing that makes this deck feel like actually playable. That and Plague Spreader's pretty good in this deck too.
And it's a much different story, right? Although, to be fair, I lost to fucking Gentetsu and 4 Ojamas punching me in the face.
Well,
so,
this is
know, I guess you don't need them.
This
guess
is
you
a
don't
good
need them.
segue to your deck. Your deck is fucking terrible. This deck is
It's
awful.
ass.
I was like,
it's ass.
So I remember people trying Machu Mech OTK and then later FTK with the stupid Bish Balkan deck that Coder keeps running into on stream. I remembered it being a force, like something you could show up to a local and conceivably like have to be paired against, and you go, oh god, not this again. This looked like the buy to me. This looked so bad. You have to open a Fabled to discard off of the Tricky to summon and then pitch to Mini Guts, the Tricky, and then another way to a 5, be it a second Tricky or a Sidra or a Instant Fusion. I mean, it's just awful.
It's not
and
even
that.
that.
It's not
because,
guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed because you also need to control a monster with at least 1900 attack for the OTK to go through. So if you don't, which hilariously enough, the Ojamas do not meet that threshold by themselves. Like, I would need you to go into something like Frozen Fitzgerald for me to even accomplish this. Like, the amount of hoops that you have to jump through to accomplish this. This is just like the person who wants to play a deck just to say that they accomplished this and nothing more. They are the.
All right, let me tell you guys a better gimmick, because I've done a weird gimmicky deck like this before. It's kind of similar concept, but way more fun. It was Hippo Party or whatever. It's like Super Hippo Party or whatever. You summon like Perform Pal Hippo and then like 4 tokens to your field, and you play the big 3300 and like the 2 big light kaijus, and you tribute and put them on your opponent's field, and then you just leeching the light. And that's the cool gimmick. You just make your hippo tokens massive and just attack for game. They're all 3,300. It's sick. Just saying.
The person that if they go 100 losses and 1 win, if they pulled it off that one time, they will just tell their friends about it till the end of time, because it does not matter how many times they lost. The fact that they pulled it off once is all that matters. I feel like you just ditch all the fabled shit. I feel like there's plenty of ways to get to 5s. I had no issue getting to a rank 5.
We played the wind-up match where all I did was make 5s the whole game. Yeah, there's a lot of really good 5s tools.
There's plenty of 5 support. I think the issue is like the other half of the deck is just like unplayable garbage that you never want to see. And I get that it facilitates mini guts. That's perfectly fine. But again, I feel like there's other ways you can.
Couldn't you just run like Treeborn Frog and then a 5 engine? The only counter synergy to that is like Treeborn Frog with Cyber Dragon. But if you ran like Instant Fusion and Quick Draw, that could be a way around it. But again, this deck isn't real in 2011, so this is like a 2012 deck versus a September 2011 deck.
get another monster on the field without playing the fucking Fabled, without playing Dark World Dealings, Card Destruction. Whoever thought Card Destruction against the Ojama player was a good idea, thanks for that one. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It just felt like a clunky mess, and like I played like shit. Like I'm aware because this deck is shit.
You're gonna
like,
get
that's
the
primarily
Machu Mech
the-
purists in the comments like, Alex, you were playing so suboptimally. It's
Yep.
like, what do you want?
Yeah, you know, maybe I needed to include fucking stop defense for Joseph's Gotchi. Actually, no, Gotchi wouldn't even work because mini guts, for it to inflict the damage, the monster has to go to the graveyard. So literally Gotchi is like the
card is
perfect
so
fucking
bad.
counter to this. It's so bad. Again, there's so many better ways you could do what this deck is trying to do for like half the amount of resources and do it half as more consistently as
so
this
tilted.
deck. I was hoping that as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have the combo. I have the Machu Mech. I have the mini guts. You have a monster on the field, which was a miracle in itself. We're off to the races. And then all of a sudden, I read mini guts, God forbid reading, and awful. Just fucking miserable existence. I don't know why I even thought this was a good idea. This was my idea, too. So like, I have no one to blame but myself.
You know what this reminds me of? You and I both played the Trickstar format in which you could do the Firewall OTK, remember?
Yep.
If your opponent had a monster with, it was something like over 1600 attack,
Yeah.
you could use Licorice and Lilybell to just infinitely attack it to the point where your opponent gets OTK'd. The conditions for that remind me of the conditions for mini guts. If in addition to like drawing Trickstar Light Stage, you also had to draw like 15 other dog shit cards. It was like, that was a 1-card OTK, and that was the 5th best deck that format. You're not getting anywhere with this.
Yo, Trick Stars were so good. I topped a regional Trick Stars back in that format. I loved that deck. I thought that deck was so cool. Nothing felt better than your opponent just walking into like Reincarnation Droll. That shit was so fun.
It's bullshit.
Not even close. And this is like, you have to think of the context. This is like 2011,
Yeah.
2012,
Yeah.
right? If you're not going to pull this off now, you could probably put this up against a 2006 deck and it probably still wouldn't be able to do it.
They'd be like, sure, Ring of Destruction, and you'd go, well, I guess I lost again.
I guess I lose because, oh, you know what's even better? This deck only plays one Machu Mech.
Yes!
So if they out the Machu Mech, you just literally can't fucking do the OTK. And you're playing 20 dead cards in your deck. I'm actually just livid.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for
Yeah, it was a pretty sus episode. I mean, Cimo played pretty bad, all things considered. Like, he definitely played really suboptimally, but he also wasn't really playing a real deck, especially not for 2011. But we did at least get to see my beautiful Ojama deck function to a degree. We saw some pretty cool, like, little fancy combos he did with it, although he did soft cheat by pitching Phoenix Wing off the field spell, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for this video. Apologies that I didn't get to upload much last week. I was kind of dealing with a lot of stuff. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure you guys have a great time dueling today.